That track always stops too quickly. How's everybody doing this evening? Oh, I think my microphone might be a bit too loud. Or rather, I'm a bit too close to it. Hold on. How's that? Is that any better? That should be a bit better. A bit lonely. Aww. Poor dragon. We will be getting underway in just a moment. Let's give everybody a chance to get in. For the last Track Day Manager video you did, what was the name of the outro song? That's a good question. I think it was one of the ones I've got in the playlist at the moment. Hold on. No, maybe it wasn't. What was it called? I don't remember. I don't remember what it's called. And I've moved all the files around on my PC, so I can't find it at the moment either. This song is called Pulse Race by Tom Sylvester. And that's the end of it. Right, I think that's enough music for the moment. Let's bring you guys into the game with me, which would be... Hang on, let's move that out of the way of my screen. And let's click this one. There's me. I can see me. Hopefully you can see me. Hello everybody, I'm Il Bristow. This is Ellitopia Gaming. Welcome back to KSP Live here on Saturday night from YouTube. Or some other night from YouTube if you're watching the highlights. Last week we had a fairly successful week, if I remember correctly. We introduced the world to all of our new Kerbals, Bleat, Harvey, William and Dallas, and each of them, no, well, not each of them, each of the pilots got an introduction to their astronauting career. We also unlocked quite a lot of science stuff, including this stage up here, which gives us the solar panels and things that we need for satellites or other things. Advanced rocketry we unlocked, so we've got the decent efficient engine, the early stage efficient engine. So we're in quite a good place at the moment as far as the tech tree and things is concerned. We don't have any contracts outstanding, so we need to pick up a new contract. We can take two, and we have offered to us Fly by the Moon and Explore the Moon. Both of those will unlock a huge amount of funds. And we're going to take them both. We are going to fly by the moon and we are going to explore the moon. Hopefully we are going to land on the moon. We have 366,000 funds available to us to do this mission with. Hang on, I'm just adjusting my volume settings in my headphones because it's ridiculously loud. There we go. So, our mission this week is going to be the moon. Now, we were doing quite well with our build last week, and I think that we aren't actually that far off a moon landable craft already. If we have a look at the Stellar Grazer 3, was it? There is the Stellar Grazer 3, which we went to the moon. No, we didn't. We went into orbit with. I think, I mean, that's got 4,654 metres a second of delta V. I think that probably could have taken us all the way to the moon. Had we had a decent, successful launch with it. So adjusting this to take us to the moon shouldn't be too tricky. However, we are going to do it with a new craft. It will be a manned mission, so we are going to start with a manned pod. A rover for the moon. Unfortunately, we don't have wheels yet, I don't believe. We certainly don't have rover parts. Yeah, I don't think we have any wheels. So a rover could be a little bit tricky. Strange, actually, because we haven't unlocked the aerodynamics parts. Get that mod where you can blow up planets. Maybe. Right, this will be our return stage, won't it? So we want a pod, we want a thingy, and we want some stuff. So let's go. Why can't I find anything today? Aerodynamics, heat shield. There we go. And see, we are going to want all the sciencey stuff, aren't we? Stack decoupler. We can't EVA yet, can we? Right, we'll have to unlock the ability to EVA before we leave. In fact, let's go and do that now, in case we forget. Hold on, let's exit here. Don't save. Not important. A hover rover. A hover rover. I'm not really sure how I would go about making a hover rover. That would certainly be an interesting challenge. A rover with no wheels. Now, which one do we need to unlock EVA? It's this one, isn't it? No, must be this one. Yes, Kerbals can perform EVA. 75 grand. That's it. That's chump change. There we go. We've bought that. So we could buy that as well. Tracking station upgrade. Meh. 150,000 for that. Orbits. That gives us patch conics. I can get to the moon without them. Is it worth the risk? How much? 150. No, go on. We'll have patch conics just so that we know what we're doing. We've got 140,000 funds to play with. I'm sure we can build a moon-going craft with 140,000 funds. Okay, so back to the craft. Now, return craft needs some fuel. Let's unlock these, actually. Let's go for that. And oh, goodness me, I can't. I'm clicking everything incorrectly today. Right, that'll be return craft. Then the rest of the rocket will go under here. We want the sciencey things as well, don't we? And they're going to have to come to the moon with us. They don't have to come back from the moon with us. So as long as we can land, we'll be okay for getting away again. How does that have 2,280 metres a second of delta V? That's ridiculous. That's almost enough to get into orbit on its own. Let me think how we want to do this. Because we want to get... screw it. Let's put the Science Junior on there. And it no longer has all that wonderful delta V. We'll put some parachutes on it so that we can land it if necessary. Zoink. 2 of those. There we go. Now, we're going to have the launch stage under here, but I'm thinking the lander stage wants to be attached to the side of this one. We can probably do it with the small radial. Is that in the right place? Yeah, the small radials. And if we do something like this and put some engines on those, bam, look at that. That's got 3,500 delta V. I don't believe it. That, in theory, should be able to get to orbit on its own. That's crazy. We wouldn't get to the moon, though. Nice nose cones on there. Hey there, Dermot Day. Welcome, welcome. And TDM Maddie as well, by the way. TDM Maddie, is that TDM for Track Day Manager? It might not be. That could be just a complete coincidence. Make it heavy. Oh, right, sorry, you're still talking about the hover rover idea. I see. Maybe we'll come back to the hover rover idea. I do like the idea of the hover rover. Now, so if that's that, then this needs to be this. So let's stick some fuel under here. How much do we want? Transfer stage. Let's go for... That won't have the thrust to weight, will it, for a transfer stage? No. Well, technically it would, thinking about it. Is that enough to do the transfer? It probably would be, actually, wouldn't it? Worst case scenario, we can use these for transfer as well. I'm probably going to massively overbuild this rocket because I tend to do that with these rockets. We're making a rocket that's going to go to the moon. Probably... probably a bit of a ridiculous one, I imagine. Oops, that's too heavy. Still too heavy. Oh dear, okay. Okay, that's not terrible. 0.83, that'll be hopefully up in the sky by that point. Use struts for the 4 engines at the top just in case... without and it blow up. Yeah, we do need some struts up there. We have unlocked the struts now, so we'll work on that. Now, the actual launch stage. This is where things will get interesting, and where we're going to have to do some very, very careful checking of our staging. Actually, we don't need that for the moment. We're going to try... Can we asparagus yet? No, we can't asparagus yet. Okay. So... let's try something else that's not asparagus staging. And it will be this. Oops. Ooh, they're nice and close, aren't they? Will it? Will it? What do you think? Nose cones and things. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to put solar panels on here and everything. I'm just getting the basic structure and the delta V side of things right first. This thing's a beast. This look at this thing. I've just built this. I'm a little bit impressed, actually. I don't know how. I mean, it's probably not. It's not even the slightest bit. The slightest bit aerodynamic, and it'll probably flip around all over the place. I used solar panels as wings, and it might have been a glitch. It is possible. It is possible to use solar panels as wings in the latest version because of the way the physics and the aerodynamics are actually calculated more accurately, more realistically. So yeah, it is possible. It is definitely possible to do that. Now, they are not powerful enough. Wasn't expecting that. Right, you're supposed to be separate. You're supposed to be on there. Are you? Yeah, you kind of are. They launch off. They all go. That would go separately. That would launch when that does. Those four need to fire when that goes. Those four fire up there. That goes. They definitely do not go there. They can go up here maybe. It's more like it. That fires to leave, yeah. Hopefully that fires to leave before we detach them. Goodness me, this is complicated. And it's probably all going to change and go horribly wrong. See, the weight ratio down here is only 1.37. It's okay. It will take off, so we should be okay. But we've still got more to add to this. So, because we need to strut some stuff. Whoops! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What's the default way? There we go. Right. Because we need to. Hang on. There we go. We're going to need to strut some stuff. Something like that. That was wonky, but never mind. And likewise down here. That needed ideally to be higher up. Donk, 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 donk. Donk. And then these can be lower down. Donk, 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 just to help the detachment process. And we will strut these two. Woo. I'm in the wrong place for this. Let's go this way. There we go. There we go. That's strutted. Should we strut these together just in case they wobble a bit? Because they probably will. Something like that, and maybe on the nose. I suppose we could do the same here as well, on the nose. And down here on the nose. Okay, that's the strut side of things done. Now, we haven't actually got all the science things that we need. Let's add a thermometer up here. Oops. Like so, something like that. We'll add one of these. We don't have any batteries, solar panels, or anything yet, so prepare for the thrust to weight ratio to go completely out the window. Batteries. We want the ring battery. What we can can do is click the right button, take that off, put the ring battery on there, just because we can. So, solar panels. Where do we want the solar panels? Let's go for 1x4. Let's have some 1x2 panels, I think. And we'll, oops, press the wrong button for those multiple times. And we will do this and go like so. How ugly does that look? Very ugly is the answer, and actually that will probably break when we land, won't it? Never mind, never mind. And to be sure... to be sure. In fact, we could have another double. Something like that. I haven't got the extending ones yet. We can't use the extending panels yet. We haven't unlocked them, so I can't use those at the moment. We're working on that one. Now, ideally, we need to stick one of these guys somewhere. But they are quite ugly, so let's put that in there. A mystery guh. And likewise, let's oops. Let's stick him in a bit. It's all about the aerodynamics. Now, there is one thing that I haven't done, which I probably will need to, and that is reaction wheels. Oops. Now this is where things get very messy. No, it's not too bad. Right, we're going to have to use tweak scale because we haven't unlocked the right size ones yet. Is that enough to control this whole beast? It might be. However, I'm not going to risk it. Let's do that. There we go. So that's some extra control. And then let's have some R8 winglets. Where's our centre of mass? And we'll show our centre of lift. Do this and this. In fact, we don't want them on that stage really, because that stage is going to get dumped off very quickly. It's going to have to be something like that, isn't it? And then maybe one like that as well. Oh no, that's the transfer stage. We shouldn't need them by then. Okay. Right, we're going to need a name for this, guys. You guys need to come up with a name for us. This is a lunar mission, a Mooner mission. Those solar panels look ridiculous, don't they? I'm going to change those. Yeah, it's a Mooner mission. It's our first Mooner mission. It's going to be the forerunner of hopefully more Mooner missions. They really do look ridiculous, don't they? Oh well. That's a bit better. we could put them in there. In fact, we could have 4 of them. We don't need that many solar panels, but we can have that many solar panels, so why not have that many solar panels? Yep, okay, not blocking anything, that's good. Ooh, life support. We're going to need some life support stuff. Life support, water, waste. Life support supplies container, small. Is small the one that goes on the top? Yeah, that'll do then. Don't need lots and lots of life support supplies for this mission. That will give us 35 days. 35 days, okay. Whoops! You're not supposed to have come off. Please undo. Phew. The Boss Craft. Not a terrible name. Is there anything else we need to do to this? Is there anything I've forgotten? I've got batteries, I've got solar panels, I've got life support enough to last them an entire month. The thrust to weight ratio is right. The staging we looked at, but let's check it. Those 4 fire, then they drop off, and that center one fires along with those 4. Okay. What if that center one fires separately to those 4? Then, so that they drop off as they fire, okay. And that fires separately. If I do that, that's gonna they drop off. That one fires all the way down there. And that drops off and that fires, which has a very low thrust to weight, but by that point we should already be up in orbit, hopefully. So that drops off and that fires. Ideally they want to fire when that drops off, so that should be down there. Except they probably want to be separate. That one is just our lift off and go home engine. That fires. That fires. And they fire. Oh, parachutes. Yes, we can do more parachutes, can't we? Come on, guys. Come up with some more names for this craft. There's plenty of things we could be calling this thing. Let's see, parachutes down here. Oh, let's get that right. Parachutes on here. Parachutes on this one somewhere. Oops. Parachutes on there. Don't know if that's a good idea. That's parachutes on most stages. Right, those ones go when they drop off. Then those ones. Must be those ones, is it? Ah, those ones, right. They go when that drops off. Yep. Those four go with that. That drops off, and those four go. And those four go with those. Okay. Right. Those four should be fine just as they are. Those two should be fine. These two probably need to be adjusted for re-entry effects. So let's put those on 0.56 with a lower altitude to pop. And the rest probably will never come back. So there we go, that's our staging done. We have 6,957 meters per second of delta V, which is rather a lot. I've only had one suggestion for a name. So at the moment, that is the name we are going with, a slightly modified version of that name. We are going to call it Boss 1. The boss class of the launcher is designed to propel a manned craft toward Mun, preferably with the intention of landing on it, perhaps even returning. Okay, so that is the Boss 1. We are going to save it. And it is about time we took this thing out to the launch pad. A couple of last minute checks, make sure I haven't forgotten anything blaringly obvious. Let's hope this thing will actually fly. Save and... oh, pilot! Who's our pilot? We have Valentina as a 1-star pilot. It might be a good idea to take her with us. Or do we give Bleat or William another try? Let's take Valentina with us. We'll train her up. Oh, Bill, you've got to come out first. Valentina, you can come with us. We're going to save that and we're going to take Valentina out to the launch pad. It's a nighttime launch. Whoa, that's wobbly, and that's going to fall off, isn't it? Okay, we need to do a bit more strutting. Look at that go. Okay, let's recover this vessel. Let's not even attempt to launch that. We need to do a bit more strutting. Sorry, wrong kind of strutting. Okay, hopefully we got all our funds back on that one. I think we did. Right, struts. Okay, struts. Lots of struts. Let's go struts from here to here, and struts from here to here. Welcome back, TDM Maddie. Yes, we took this thing out to the launch pad and it kind of jellied on us, so we are modifying the design slightly. Oh, poop face. I only did it on singular. Let's go for 4. There we go. Ooh, that didn't connect properly. There we go. Yeah, I did exactly the same down here. There we go. Hey there, Samori. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the weight ratio is not fantastic. It's only just about enough. I think, in fact, it has dropped quite a lot since we've added all the extra parachutes and struts and things, haven't we? What if we take this and put that down there? That definitely boosts that. They will hopefully drop off. Let's get an extra stage in here, because that will drop off probably before these want to fire. I don't know, will they? That will fire, that will go. They will drop off, that will go. No, we're going to need to fire those if that goes, aren't we? Take bottom 4 engine and replace them with no ones? No ones? These are the engines we have available. Feel free to suggest what you feel would be suitable while I play around here. Actually, the thruster weight on that is pretty good. 152, 183, 273. 0.34 is a bit low, but that's our transfer stage, so that shouldn't matter too much. I think that's okay, actually. I think that's... I think that'll do it. I think that'll do the job. So I'm going to save that. Let's check that we've still got Valentina with us. We have. Let's launch it. Let's take it out to the launch pad. That's okay, that's okay. Right. I've launched worse. I have launched worse. This is going to be interesting. Nervous time. Here we are on the launch pad with the Boss 1. Our first attempt at heading to the moon. Preferably with the idea of landing on the moon and completing all the contracts that we've got. I don't know how successful this is going to be, but I'm hoping we are going to be okay. Let's give it a go, shall we? Valentina Kerman is in the pilot seat. She is looking rather happy to be in that position. I'm not sure I would be in her position. But here we go. Let's see if we can get this thing into space in 3, 2, 1, go. We are off the ground. Let's push that thrust right up and let's get up, please. Upwards. Is that frame rate or is that a really slow rocket? Yeah, the frame rate's pretty poor. That'll get better as we get higher. I wonder why the frame rate is pretty poor. Let's have a bit of a turn. Slow the thrust down a little bit because we don't want to be going too fast too quickly, which at this rate we are going to be. Those engines are about to go. Let's hope they don't explode and blow stuff up. Well, hey, they came off. That was good, and the parachutes popped. Whoops, need to put the thrust up for this bit. Whoa, now that's rather wobbly. Fortunately, that probably won't last very long. Oh dear. That's rather wobbly, isn't it? Can we deal with it? Can we cope? We're turning a bit slowly, but that's because we're travelling a little bit slowly. Haven't really managed to keep it exactly east. Hopefully we can fix some of that as we go along. That centre engine's about to drop, which is good. We need that. Go! Get lost. Something went bang, but hopefully it wasn't anything important. Right, let's bring that right down now. Now that that's not jellying on us. Okay, let's check our APO. 35.5. Okay, not fantastic, but not terrible. We're a little bit underpowered there, actually. Oh. Ah, that wasn't good. Because this is our transfer stage. What did we do wrong there? Did we detach the wrong section of the craft? Something went wrong. Something went very wrong. That doesn't make sense. Well, I suppose it does kind of make sense. Are we? Yeah, we are getting closer to the Apo. That's not good. Okay, so we're going to have to... Oops. Yeah, I've messed this up completely, haven't I? I definitely shouldn't have detached that engine. Oh well, let's see where we can go with it. Let's see what we can do. We might be able to do the flyby. My goodness. All that Delta V? And that's as far as we've got with it? That's crazy. That's a lot of... I didn't mean to cut that right off. Go up to 80 odd. That's a lot of wasted Delta V somewhere along the line. Let's get up to that Apo. We'll at least get into space. We might have enough fuel for a flyby, just about. Come on. Hopefully we can go for something like a free return. We've managed to recover a lot of the stages, which is good. So we should have the funds to relaunch. Okay. Let's get prograde. Circularize this orbit out. Well, circularize. Let's get ourselves into a stable orbit. There we go. Okay, so we can't do maneuver nodes yet, but we can roughly guess where we need to burn, and it's going to be about here somewhere. So let's see how close we can get to the moon, even though we did things horribly wrong here. It's going to be about here. A little bit further. There we go, about there. So let's get ourselves prograde. And burn that. And let's keep a good close eye on our fuel. So that we can at least burn ourselves home again if we need to. Come on. Getting there is half the battle. If we can get there, we can get back. We can hopefully do a free return trajectory and just do the flyby mission. Whoop! Hold on. Almost had it then. Went too far. Okay, that's not a free return trajectory. That's just only just flying by the moon. Okay, so okay, but that's only a small burn to bring us back again, so that's okay. We can do that. Yeah, we can do that. What if I do this? What does this do at this point? Not a lot, really. Wastes fuel, that's what it does. Okay, so we're going to get a flyby. We are going to get the flyby mission. Preferably without running out of oxygen and things like that on the way. So flyby moon, that we can do. We can transmit scientific data from space around the moon as well. We're not going to achieve an orbit, not in this launch. Maybe the next one. Recovering things. Total refunded. Total value 1,684. 1,684, 1,684, 1,684, 7,203, 3,990, 3,991, 3,991, 3,990, 5,304, 1,776. Okay, so we've recovered quite a lot, which is good. That's good. In fact, I think we've recovered most of our parts. We won't have got 100% value for them because they won't have landed particularly near the space centre, but we are at least recovering most of their value that we are feasibly going to be able to. So let's go to the moon and see if we can get some science. And boink. And there we go. We are flying by the moon. We have completed that contract for 106,422 funds, 8 science and 17 reputation. That's a lot of funds. So we definitely can afford to do this mission again. Let's get ourselves near to the periapsis. We aren't going to get this thing into orbit. I'm not even going to try. Because we don't have nearly enough fuel. However, we can... Where is the moon? There it is. There it is. So we can gather some science from here. We're not gaining electric charge very quickly. Are we in an eclipse? Where's the sun? Where's the sun? Anybody? We must be in an eclipse. Where's... Hang on, let's zoom out. Where is the sun from here? Over there. So yeah, we are indeed in an eclipse. How typical is that? So... let's get some science, shall we? Let's toggle the magnetometer out. And log that data. 10 science. A weak magnetic field indicates that the moon may once have contained a molten iron core. We can transmit that data because we do have sufficient power to be able to. And then we can toggle that back in. And that completes that other part of the contract. Transmit or recover scientific data from space around the moon. 15,000 funds, 6 science, 2 reputation. Oh, I have activated that, which I didn't mean to do. What else can we do? Let's get some mystery goo, and we can EVA on that in a moment. 20 science. You very briefly consider filling one of those canyons with goo. Yes. Keep that data. Let's observe the materials bay. Your lab report is strategically written to convince the KSC to let you land on the moon. 50 science from that, if we can recover that. So that's good. Keep that. Let's get a crew report. From this high up, the canyons look like scars across the moon's face, which is appropriate considering how much the moon has survived millennia after millennia. Another 10 science from that, and we can get 100% transmit from that, so we are going to transmit that. And now... oh, thermometer. Let's get the thermometer. Let's log the temperature. Yeah, we've seen that one before about measuring the temperature of the spacecraft or the thermometer itself. 16 science for doing that high over the moon, though. So we're going to keep that data. And then it's time for Valentina to be our first spacewalker, as she gives us an EVA report from space high over the moon for 16 science. She's going to keep that data. She's going to put on her rocket pack. And she is going to collect the data from... oops. If we do it right. Come on. There we go. She's going to collect the data from the materials bay. And likewise, she's going to smack her head on the parachute there and collect the data from the mystery goo and from the thermometer. And we'll do a take and store on there as well. Oh no, we transmitted, didn't we? Okay, so we can store there. We can... can we grab, please? Grab. There we go. And board, please. Board. Board. There we go. So, we have science in space high over the moon on our flyby. Incidentally, we have very much a sufficient supply of things. I apparently have turned off the SAS, so we are drifting a little bit here, but never mind. What's this? Oh, apparently I clicked to inspect something. Okay, so there we go. That is lots of science gathered. In fact, we could also get some EVA reports on the way back. In space high over and in space above above Kerbin. But until then, let's speed up time and get ourselves out of the influence of Mun. And there we go, coming up on the Apo. So that's a very fuel efficient flyby, because we've come out the right side of the Apo. And now let's use the little bit of fuel we've got left to burn our Peri back into the atmosphere. Not too deep, but deep enough. Let's go for... whoa, that was too deep. Okay. Um... 41 will do for now. That should be just enough to slow us down, maybe with 1 or 2 passes, so that we can then re-enter the atmosphere. We've collected all the science from the various different bits, haven't we? Yes. So let's head back towards Kerbin. Before we get so close to Kerbin, excuse me, let's get a crew report. No. Let's get a temperature report. No. Let's get a thermometer. Not a thermometer. That's not a thermometer. That's a magnetometer. No. Okay. But we can... oops. Toggle back in, please. Thank you. We can, for sure, get an EVA report from here. Psst, Badlands, whatever. 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 Next they're going to say Elu is a giant snowball and Lathe is populated by another race of Kerbals. Let's keep that. And let's board. We can actually transmit some of this just in case. Just in case things don't quite go to plan. Where's the 100%? There we go. Let's transmit that. Solar panels are charging all that back up. Okay, so we can keep all those. And soon we will be heading back into the atmosphere. Let's speed up time. Let's go for an EVA in the bit that's not in space high over. There we go. This would be just in space near. So EVA report in space just above Kerbin's waters for another 8 science. You are reminded of the myriad sailors who have been adrift in the ocean below. And here you are, the first one adrift in space. Keep that. And board. And put the SAS back on and get us back to retrograde, please. Thank you very much. And in fact, we can transmit that as well. And we will soon be re-entering the atmosphere. However, here we're going to be above land. Let's see if we can get a quick EVA in space. Just above the grasslands, yep. The hills, the valleys, the grasslands seem even closer looking through a spacesuit visor. You being too long from home and snacks. Need more snacks. Oh, you begin to long for home and snacks. Okay, SAS back on. Retrograde, keep us retrograde, please. And we'll transmit that while we can. Keep. Done. Okay, get that aerial back in before the atmosphere snaps it off. Thank you very much. Right, here we go. This is where things are going to get interesting. And we find out whether or not this craft is actually going to be going back to Kerbin. We have some fuel to help us slow down. We could retroburn. Do we want to retroburn? I think we might. Oh, there we go. That's the end of the fuel. Let's use that as our heat shield for the moment, while Valentina is able to keep us pointing retrograde. We're possibly going to be going round for another trip round the planet. Don't know that that's going to come in enough before we are heading back out of the atmosphere again, which we are starting to do now. We are raising back up again. The Apo is coming down quickly, but not quick enough. Yeah, okay, so we're definitely going round again. Should only be once more though. I don't think we will be going round twice. Yeah. I think we're going to be okay. We'll be coming home with the next pass. I think we can afford to physics warp a bit now. Speed things up a bit. There we go. We're out of the rough part of the atmosphere. In fact, this is upper atmosphere. I wonder if we can do EVA. Hold on tight, please. There we go. EVA from the upper atmosphere. Starting to feel you should really get back into the ship. Yeah, I kind of agree. But there we go. There is that from the upper atmosphere. Can we even do log temperature? No, we've already got that one. Okay. We can transmit that though, can't we? Transmit. Keep. That one, the materials bay is the important one for us to get back. We are back in space. We're still over grasslands though, aren't we? If I do... no, we haven't got one to check. So it'll have to be EVA. So let's just EVA for a sec. Ah, that's the highlands. Okay, yep, that's a mountain down there. What's of greater concern is the mountain of snacks that need to be eaten. Nom nom nom. Keep that data. Board, and we'll transmit that. Picking up a nice chunk of science on this mission. So that was the highlands. Are we going to go over the desert whilst still in space low? No, it's going to be in space high, isn't it? Or is it? No, we might just about manage the deserts in space near. Hang on, let's get SAS back on and get us retrograde again, because that'll mess things up if we forget to do that. However, here come the deserts. There we go. And we are not in space high, we are in space low. So let's do an EVA here, just above the deserts. You look down and contemplate the desert below. You then contemplate having a snack when you return to the ship, because really, snacks are far more interesting than a dusty desert. Keep that. Board and review. Transmit. Keep. SS on, retrograde. Let's spin us round. There we go. In fact, no, let's spin us around so that the window is facing the planet, shall we? You can watch the planet go by. We've got all the other science from here, haven't we? Yeah. Have we got... Can we do that one? What is this one worth? If I log that... No, it's just in space near. Okay, reset. Toggle it back in. Okay, so let's speed things up and get ourselves back into the atmosphere again. Valentina will get us pointing retrograde again. And hopefully on this pass our Apo will enter the atmosphere so that we are definitely coming home. Alright, where are we at? Where are we at? It's not coming in fast enough. 300,000. It's getting rather difficult to actually go home. I want to go home. $218. So we are going to be going around again. That's a pain. Should have dipped it in deeper. Oh well. What did we get it down to? 103. Must be coming in next time. Oh, look. It's coming in. It's coming in. Okay, so we're not going around again. We are definitely going to be returning to the surface on this pass. Miles away from the Space Centre though. Where is the Space Centre? Right the way around there. We're going to probably be landing here somewhere, I imagine. Right, so let's speed things up again. Here's Minmus. Hello, Minmus. The little pale speck on the horizon. That is Minmus, isn't it? Is it Minmus? Yeah, it is. There it is. Oh, I can see more stars now. That's not good. Come on, let's get back into the atmosphere. Well, we're still in the atmosphere. We aren't leaving the atmosphere. It's just taking us a while to be slowed down enough. Come on then. Our solar panels are rather red. They have a very red hue about them. We'll be able to dump them off soon, hopefully. Come on. Come on, Valentina. Bring us home. It's going to be a water landing, isn't it? Always water landings. In the event of a water landing, your seat cushion will serve as a flotation device, as will the person next to you. An emergency slide will inflate from the exit when the doors are opened. Here we go, right. Can you tell I've been on a few flights in my life? Yep, definitely a water landing. We might be able to land this whole section in one piece, but I'm not going to risk it. If I ditch that, the parachutes are going to pop too early, aren't they? Okay. Shiny. Come on, slow us down. Yeah, good atmosphere. Good atmosphere. Good boy. Clever atmosphere. Slowing us down. Still unsafe to pop the chutes. Whoa! Valentina, that was pitiful. Safe. Oh, there goes that. Bye! We can turn the SAS off now. That's hopefully going to come down to land at some point. And parachute pops, slows us right down, and we're going to come down for a nice gentle landing. Where is the rest of that? Let's go and see if we can see that. It's 2 kilometers behind us. Here it is. Those chutes haven't popped yet. They've been set to pop quite low, I think. Oh no, look, they've popped up there. Okay. I must have set them to pop at 1,000. Okay, that's going to take quite some time to come down in that case. However, it will be recoverable. So, let's concentrate on getting this one down. And... spiloosh. Lovely. Splosh. And I believe we've already got a temperature report from here, haven't we? Yeah. And we'll already have a crew report and an EVA report from here. Yep. So it's just a case of waiting for that thing to come down to land. So let's... oh, it's disappeared. It's been recovered by stage recovery. There we go. Lovely. 7,413 funds. So, time to recover this and find out what our totals are. I'm expecting them to be quite high. Ooh! Ooh! 218,879 funds, 207.7 science, and what's our reputation up to? 211. Valentina gained 2 XP from that flyby. That, although a failure, was a quite successful mission. And that means that we can unlock some new science. So, do we want the aviation one so that we get wheels? I don't know if we really do want that just yet. Miniaturization, meh. Space exploration, that we might want, because that's got the press map barometer and some of the other weird things from one of the other mods that I added. Advanced flight control gives us RCS. Landing gives us legs and wheels and things. What's that? LAS pod shroud. Part of the MRS launch abort system. This shroud is designed to fit over the standard three-man command pod, which is with a docking port on top. And with radial parachutes, it will function as a decoupler for discarding the LAS. Weird. No idea what that's all about. We can go for aerodynamics, which is spaceplane parts, and the cargo bays and things, but we haven't unlocked the first stage of aviation yet. Advanced construction gives us a lot of radial mounts and weird modular things and nose cones and the tricoupler. Fuel systems gives us the fuel ducts. Actually, we should probably unlock that for the fuel ducts. And segmented fuel containers, which are an interesting concept. Propulsion systems gives us the small engines for probes and things. Heavy rocketry gives us the skipper and the poodle. What do we want? What do we want? Miniaturization, I'm not really interested in. Space exploration, I am interested in. And I'm thinking maybe fuel systems. RCS would be a good idea. Can live without RCS for the moment, though, I think. I think fuel systems is a must. We're going to need the external fuel duct, so I'm going to research fuel systems. Leaves us with 117. Space exploration for the barometer, because that gives us a lot more science points. Yeah, it's going to be the barometer. And that takes us towards, I think, the gravioli detector, doesn't it? No? Is that not that one? Okay. Where's the gravioli detector? Is it in that one? No, that's the folding thingamawhatsits. Oh, there it is. Oh, that's a seismic accelerometer. I'm confused now. I could have sworn the gravioli detector was around here somewhere. There's all sorts of weird things that we haven't unlocked yet. I'm looking forward to unlocking some of those later on in the series. But there we go. We're left with 27.7 science and 218,000 funds. That was an almost successful mission. We just messed up the transfer stage, which I know some of you were screaming at me about. We jellified it and we didn't have enough thrust on the engine and all that kind of thing. So we can fix that quite easily. We can take this. No, let's do it from here. Let's take that down. Take that off. Put that on. And see what that does for everything. So that would be that and that. They pop, that goes. They pop when that goes. But they should be. When they pop and go, those four fire instead. When that pops and goes, we can wait until we fire that. Yeah, okay, so that works. Okay. What we need to do is stabilise this centre stage here. So, because it wobbled around like anything. So, let's go for some kind of... no, let's do it properly. There we go. Some kind of cross-bracing idea. Something like that. That should partly secure that. Securing the bottom bit of it is not going to be easy though. It is always going to be a bit wobbly. We can do that. I don't know. Maybe if we just take them lower. What's going on there? Oh, I've got to adjust those as well. Okay. Something like that. These are supposed to be attached up here. Oops. Something like that. Okay, everything else should be attached okay. Did that do the same thing? Did that wobble around? I don't think it did it? No, I think that was okay. So there we go. I mean, we weren't far off, and that's still got 6,490 meters a second of delta V, which means it should be moonworthy. Now, the question is, did anything else that we've just unlocked help us in any way? Quarter jumbo, half jumbo, 3/4. See, they're just the big fuel tanks, aren't they? We haven't unlocked the big engines yet. We have unlocked... Hey there, Brandon Grundy. Welcome, welcome. We've got the long fuel tanks, but we don't actually... I can't be bothered to replace all of those with the long fuel tanks at this point. We could... Oh, yeah, we could. Asparagus stage. See, I don't want to asparagus stage here. I was thinking we can asparagus stage up here, but there's not really much point to that because these are going to burn while this is burning down here, and I don't want that taking fuel from that. No. Okay, so asparagus staging is not necessary on this craft. And I can't be bothered to rebuild it. What is that rocket? Someone forgot to inform this engine that it's so small. What business does it have being so efficient in a tiny little form factor? Beg your pardon? That looks like a very OP engine. It's got an ASL of 7.391. Oh, I see, it's a tiny engine. Right, I gotcha. Okay, it's a little engine. So it's half the size of that and got half the stats. Fair enough. Okay, so it's basically a probe version of that. Yeah, okay. So we had all the control we needed actually. That was all okay. Structure-wise, I think we're all okay. We've got the low profile. Oh, that's 2.5 meters. Sorry, yeah, we don't need that. Aerodynamics, everything was okay with our wings and everything. Could possibly add some lights for when we do land on the moon. What do we think? Should we add some lights? Why not, eh? And I'll make this one green. Just the one. So that I know what way I'm coming down. Okay, so anything else that we need to add to this for our second attempt? Oh, we've unlocked more science stuff, haven't we? Right, box that thermometer. We don't want another thermometer because that's a thermometer. We could put the Kerbal Engineer part on this actually. Should have done that before, really. We only want one though. Where shall I put it? Let's plonk it on here. And let's unlock the barometer. And we'll stick the barometer on here. And this guy, the laser light imager. That's a bit tricky because of the way it kind of does that into the soil, and I haven't got a platform for it to do that from, so we won't bother taking that with us on this launch. I mean, we could take the satellite with us, but I keep calling it a satellite. It's a telescope. We could take a telescope with us, but it would be more science points, I suppose. Where would I put it? I haven't got anywhere to put it, so no, I can't be bothered. Can't be bothered to try and fit a telescope on here as well. If we had a service module, maybe I'd stick it in there. But there we go. Okay, so this is the boss 2. And who's going to be our pilot this time? Valentina had her shot. She doesn't get another chance. So, William. William can come with us this time. And is everything looking okay? I think everything is looking okay, actually. Fire, that fires, that fires, that fires. They fire as that goes. They fire as that goes. They fire. That fires. They fire as they go. They fire as that goes. Yeah, that looks okay to me. I'm not taking Bob because he doesn't have the SAS control. Sorry. Maybe when we get the 3-man pod, we can build a bigger lander, and that'll be oops, that'll be how we bash the microphone. That'll be how we take Bob and Bill with us. Well, I mean, this is looking pretty good. Don't need all the large life support things at this point. Okay, so let's save this and take this out to the launch pad. This is the boss 2. Hey there, William. Welcome, welcome. Hey, you're coming with us. You are our pilot on this occasion. We've launched this with Valentina Kerman, and we managed a flyby of the moon. We did not manage to orbit or land on the moon. So this is our second attempt. So William, William, you may be the first Kerbal on the moon in this career mode game. So here we are with the boss 2 ready for launch. Let's get a nice view of the smoke as it comes out of here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. We are away, up in the air, slightly wonky. Let's fix that a bit. Whoa, this thing's a bit wobbly. Let's see if we can stabilise it. Well, we're going up, that's good. And this time we won't stage off engines when we're not supposed to. Not if we can help it. Ready for these to come off. There they go. Came off nicely. Parachutes popped. Good, so they'll be recovered. Very much less jelly-like on this occasion. Much more stable. Oh wow, we aren't gaining much speed though. What's going on? Why are we dropping? What's going on? How are those 4 engines not able to... I don't understand. What's going on there? Let's just dump them off in that case. We're going to have to abort this launch. Whoops. Right. Fortunately, everything is recoverable apart from whatever it was that exploded. Why will we not... Have I put something under the engines that's killed the power? Oh, something went bang. Something didn't have a parachute on it. And there's something else that's going to go bang. What did I not put parachutes on? There's another one. Can I switch to it? That's... okay. It's a nose cone. Just a nose cone. That's a bit weird. Okay, we've landed. Some stuff is going bang. Other stuff is landing nice. What? That wasn't supposed to go bang. That was supposed to land gently. Ah, the rest of the stuff has suddenly been recovered. Okay, so not quite as smooth as I'd hoped. Now let's find out if we can work out why those engines weren't giving us any power. That was rather strange. Blah 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 blah. 184,000 funds left. So we lost some. Lost quite a lot, really. Oh, mind you, we did buy some extra parts and things. Right, so we've got the thrust to weight on all of those. So what happened? Ah, the wings. Are those wings in the way of those engines now? For some reason. If I move them down, I know they won't be quite as effective or like in the right place. But this has got someone in it as well, so I wonder if that's what it was. Hopefully that's all it was, because there's nothing else in their way. So this is going to have to be the boss 3. We'll give William a second chance on that one because it wasn't really his fault. Let's try again, see if that'll go. Still wobbly, but never mind. So, the boss 2 was a failure because for some reason we lost power during the launch. These, I believe, were colliding with those wings. So hopefully the boss 3, also equipped with a William, will be able to actually launch effectively. We are about to find out. This is the boss 3 heading for the moon with William Kerman. In 3, 2, 1, go! We're away. Let's get ourselves back up to straight again because it wanted to go west again on that occasion. Okay. So this stage was fine. The 4 solids and that centered liquid went fine. Let's try and keep ourselves due east. Whoa, that was a bit too much of an adjustment. Let's try and keep that under control. There we go. They're getting ready to dump off. This is the moment of truth. See, look, we're losing speed. It must be because of those wings. There we go, yeah, we're gaining speed there now. Whoa! Whoa, that was close. Yeah, I probably should have shut that engine off first before letting it free. However, that's just ditched quite a lot of our Delta V. Which could cause us some issues. Let's try and turn. I turned much too late, actually. We're in basically the same situation we were before. We've ditched a huge amount of our Delta V, which is not what we wanted. So we're going to have to abort this mission, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's ditch those. And whilst they synchronised dance away from us, let's think about how to make the most of this. In fact, we could use our Delta V to burn us back towards the Space Centre. There we go. We're now travelling in the other direction. So if I cut the engines now, we should come down somewhere near the Space Centre. And then at least we are recovering costs. Welcome back, Dermot Day. We are aborting this launch at the moment. Hey look, we can do a SpaceX landing. Where's our floating landing pad? Yeah, I'd like to get off now. Please. Can we go now? There we go. Thank you. Bye now. Because of course that would happen in real life, wouldn't it? Okay, so again, you know, recovering, salvaging some of the cost of that failed launch. And the problem with our launch, with the launch vehicle, is those wings. Recover. Now that's a pain. Yeah, recovered all that lot, fine. Hopefully we've recovered all the debris at this point. No, we haven't actually. That's still in flight apparently. Hurry up and land, please. There we go. I believe all that will have been recovered now. So, yeah, again, lost some funds. We've lost about 35,000 funds in fuel and things like that on that launch. How are we going to fix this issue with the wings? The engines... Do you like my t-shirt, by the way? The engines in the second launch stage, these engines are firing down onto those wings, and that is stopping them from working. So the question is, do we need them? Can we put them on here so we can use them for... see, we don't really need them on that stage. So the question is, do we need them at all? It would be nice if we could kind of ditch that stage. And I know what we'd do. I know what we'd do. Why didn't I just think of that like half an hour ago? Let's spin this round. I've attached the struts now to the insides of the engine. Not an ideal situation. There we go. And where else did I have that strutted to? Did I have it strutted to that? No, that's strutted to that. What on earth did I have so many struts on that for? Maybe we can strut that there, maybe. Okay, so now we can move these wings and put them here, which is kind of where I wanted them in the first place. And they will not be in the way of those engines. Fan-dabby-dozy. So, thrust to weight all still looks good. Staging and everything should all still be fine. Yep. So this is the Boss 4. Save that. And yep, launch it. Hopefully this one's the winner. I could do with a drink right about now. Okay. Much less jelly, much less wobble on that. Okay, SAS on, throttle to 100%. Oh, we're still taking William with us on this mission. Hang on. My microphone and my pop filter weren't quite set up properly. So, well, here we are, back on the launch pad with the Boss 4. Hopefully this one will be slightly more successful than its 3 previous predecessors. Our SS is on, our throttle is at 100%, and William is looking just about satisfied with his current situation in life. We are going to launch in 3, 2, 1, go. We're off the ground, we're going up, we aren't going west, which is good. That's an improvement on the previous launch because we've eliminated that wobble. Let's get that slight angle on our launch. There we go. Actually not a bad speed launch. Getting ready to dump those solids. That's more like it. Much better. (6,000 meters), 250 meters per second. A decent thrust to weight ratio of still a very odd looking launch craft, but most definitely going in the right direction. Our thrust to weight, our G-force is getting a lot higher, so let's bring that down. We need to bring ourselves down, bring our nose down, because we've already got a bit too high. We should be down at 45 degrees by now, really. Apo is at 31,000. 33, 34, first stages are being recovered, which is good. That That centre engine's getting ready to be ditched. We are now at 45 degrees. Let's get ready to ditch that engine. There it goes. Oh, we can actually reduce our thrust. There we go. Apo's at 65 now. We can bring this right down. This was the craft I was trying to build. Cut the engines. Ditch those... Oh, I activated the centre engine. Okay. Ditch those 4. And they pirouette away from us gracefully. Off they go. Our Apo is at 77 kilometres, which is about right. There we go. Quick screenshot of that. I'm quite happy to drift at this stage because 77's not a bad height. Tell you what, let's just nudge it up a little bit. Because we can also use this time to help circularise the orbit out. So, in fact, yeah, we should be doing that by now. So let's... We're in space now, so it doesn't really make a lot of difference. I wanted the Apo in the 80s, so... Looks like it's going to be that way. Still not quite the craft I was hoping it would be, actually, because this was supposed to be our transfer stage. We were supposed to use the previous stages to get us into orbit. So we're using our transfer stage to actually finish off our orbit, which means we're going to be using what should be our landing stage to do our transfer burn, which is a shame. In fact, at this rate, we're going to be using it to finish off our orbit too. Strange, because the amount of delta V we had meant that shouldn't have been the case. But there we go. It's not a nightmare, not a nightmare. We will probably still be okay. We will at least get an orbit, I imagine. An orbit of the moon, which will complete that part of our mission. Where is the moon from here? At the Apo. Okay, typically... Sorry, the moon's not at the Apo. That's me skipping 2 sentences and giving you the third one. The moon's over there. We need to be burning here, which is roughly at our Apo. Ideally, it should be at our Peri. But there we go. Win some, lose some, destroy some in a fire. Where are we here? A bit more. Something like that. So, let's get ourselves prograde. And get ourselves burning tut moon. Bear in mind, we still have our centre engine, and that has a rather large tank on it. So we haven't lost all hope. We are, however, using up all that fuel. which is a shame. Let's activate that centre engine then. Oh well. This may not be a landing and returning from the moon mission. Whoa, went a bit too far, sorry. Oh, mind you. Is that a free return still? Got a fair bit of fuel. But that Apo was quite close, wasn't it? So I'd rather use that Apo that we had. Let's burn back a little bit. $552,000 meters. It's not a free return, but we've got plenty of fuel to try and actually circularize that. So let's speed up time and let's head out there. I hate it when it does that. Makes your heart sink. Look at that carbon dioxide build up. What's that all about? What is that all about? Give over. Oh look, there we go. It's gone to the 552. That's so weird when it does that. Right. Now, my problem here is I still have these engines attached. I didn't want to leave them as debris. But, so we are heavier than we need to be. I think I'm going to have to leave them as debris. Like so. So that we have more economical use of the Delta V that we have available. Of the fuel that we have available, rather. Which will give us a higher Delta V. Well, we got into an orbit of the moon, and currently our periapsis is on the light side of the moon. Let's clear out a lot of this stuff. Oh. And there is explore the moon, achieve an orbit around the moon complete, 15,000 funds and 3 reputation. We are not out of the woods yet. Let's have a look at how much fuel we have left. We got... That just went up then. We've got 2/3 of a tank. That might be enough. That might be enough. What does... let's see if we can see what Kerbal Engineer... Let's get on the HUD. Let's see. HUD 1. Can we get our current Delta V? Orbital surface vessel. Delta V current. 1026 meters per second. Oh, didn't mean to do that one. Remove that. Current and total is what I actually want, isn't it? There we go. 1206 meters a second of Delta V. We're only doing 195 meters a second at this stage. Let's grab some science from up here, shall we? Let's toggle the magnetometer. Are we still high over the moon though? Because if so, we've already got this one. Yeah, okay, so let's toggle that back in. We'll wait until we are in space near. Let's speed up. Take us closer. There goes our debris. Right, is this in space near? East far side crater, eh? Let's log that data. Yes, while in space near the moon, localized magnetic fields are detected over several regions of the moon's surface. That we can transmit. Toggle that back in. Let's get an EVA from here over the East Moon's crater. The East Far Side crater. You are not a fan of the name East Far Side crater. You really hope you land down there so they can name it after you instead. Keep that. Board. And let's grab a temperature reading while we can up here. While waiting for the temperature scan to finish, you sketch the patterns made by the moon's canyons. 24 science if we can recover that. Okay, we'll keep that then. Barometer. Forgot about the barometer. Just for kicks, you measure the pressure up here. Yep. No atmosphere. 36 science. We'll save the mystery goo and that. We got a temperature scan. Crew report. You resist the urge to take your craft down even lower and thread the needle. Transmit that one. Review stored because I can transmit that one as well. Let's wait till that aerial goes in. And then you come back again. There we go. Now we are... No, we've got plenty of time. Okay. So... Well, there we go. So we can do some of these readings if and when we actually land. If being the operative word. Why is our SAS not on? Oh, because we did an EVA, didn't we? Oops, let's just knock everything off my desk. So let's get to the Perry. And we'll do a retro burn. 683 meters a second now. I don't know that that is enough fuel, actually. Right, let's get it so that we're landing in that crater. There we go. So we're going to hopefully have a nice gentle descent. 513 meters a second. Yeah, it's doable. It's doable, I think. So let's come over the top of the crater. We're at 10,000 meters. meters. Okay, so we're just coming into the crater now. So let's burn gently, smoothly. Where do we want to do this? I think this way. This way, don't I? Yeah. because I can see what I'm doing this way. Let's get the lights on, not that we need them. Oh, okay, the lights don't work on that key. What's the key for lights? That one. Okay, coming down a bit quick at the moment, so let's... tense moment. Yes, I don't know how I'm going to get back at this stage. I'm going to land on that ridge, aren't I? Damn it. Yeah, so we landed on a slope. We landed, so we got the completed that part of the mission. Didn't really land where I was hoping to, and that's going to be broken now, isn't it? Yeah. So let's save that one and make sure that that one stays alive. Who knew that the Kerbal Space Program... Oh! That's alright, that was just a light. That's okay. Who knew that the Kerbal Space Program had a bobsleigh team? Oh, we blew the engine. Yeah, that's not as good. Oh. William, I'm afraid... chances are you might not be coming home. Okay. Okay. Well, have we still got the aerial, we've still got the battery, we've still got some solar panels, and you've still got your life support. So technically speaking, you're still a survivor. Those solar panels are not very useful. Well, we've come to a stop. There is some... There were some technical difficulties. However, we can still complete the mission because we got the land on the moon for 30,000 funds and 3 reputation. We can now do a crew report from here, which is worth 100% if we transmit it. Boy, the lighting up here sure looks weird. Almost as if you were on a soundstage or something. 20 science. Let's transmit that. Because we can. And that is contract complete. 15,000 funds, 6 science, 2 reputation. plus 172,500 funds and 16 reputation for exploring the moon in its completeness and entirety. We can even log the temperature. Okay, we can't log the temperature because we need to do an EVA first. But that's not a problem because William Kerman William Kerman is our first Kerbal on the moon. Let's get a screenshot of him on there. Isn't he happy? It is indeed one small step for Kerbal and one giant loss for Kerbal kind. Let's take that data out of there. And while you're here, let's get an EVA report. You wonder how that rock got into your spacesuit. 32 science, and it's worth 100% transmit value. Keeping that. And let's... No. Hold on. Grab. And board. And we can take another temperature reading from here. Log temperature. The thermometer can't seem to make up its mind whether it's hot or cold here. Worth 16 science if we transmit it. So let's keep the data. In fact, we can transmit that one like that. That's done. And then let's review. In fact, can I just do... Hold on. Can you still do it from here? Yeah, transmit data. EVA report and the temperature scan. There we go. What about the crew report? Did we not get a crew report? Oh, we already sent that one. Okay. So there we go. Chunks and chunks and chunks of science. Unfortunately, we can't plant a flag yet because we haven't unlocked that in the Kerbal Space Center. I don't think so. Anyway, hang on. Oh, we can! I do apologise, in which case we will most definitely be planting a flag. There's the sun. Where's Kerbin? It's the other side, isn't it? It's behind us. Okay, well, let's plant it kind of facing the sun. Let's come around here. And plant flag! And he's going to turn around so that we can't see it. Yep. Oh no, that's not too bad actually. So we are going to call this Williams Landing. Our first landing on Mun by the brave and sacrificial William Kerman. Okay. Right, so let's get another screenshot with that, shall we? Here we go. Lovely. Well, thank you very much, William Kerman. You have served your Kerbal kind well. Let's climb on... What the... Let's not climb. Grab is what I want. There we go. And board, and we'll leave him in there. Now, his life support has 33 days left. I don't know if we will be able to mount a rescue mission in just 33 days. We could. I mean, it is possible. Doesn't take that long to get to Mun. And you've got power, providing you don't use it all up while you're on the dark side of the moon. I reckon you'll be all right. I reckon you'll be all right. So, do we do a rescue mission? Do we do a rescue mission? I think that in honour of William's bravery, we will be doing a rescue mission. Perhaps an unmanned rescue mission with a capsule to bring a man back home again. And we will do that in next week's stream. In the meantime, let's go back to the Space Centre and leave poor William where he is. Indeed, I will do it. I will do it. But we're going to do that in next week's stream. We have 345,000 funds. We have 167 science and whatever reputation that is. No, can't afford to upgrade that yet. It's not far off though. Excuse me, it's not far off. Kerbal EVAs, so that's surface samples, yeah, and resource transfer. I was thinking we could have got the surface samples. Strategies, we could look at strategies as well at some point. We've already upgraded that once. We don't really need to do that at the moment. Don't really need to upgrade that at the moment. That's expensive. That's expensive and we don't need to. That's expensive and we don't need to. Maximum contracts active would be handy to increase, but we don't need to do that at that point. Chances of rescue are slim, but not none indeed. You have 30 odd days of resources available to you: oxygen, food and water. So we can get another craft there in that amount of time. The question is whether we can build something that can land accurately enough and get you back off and home again. It's possible. It is possible. It is doable. We'll have to see. We will have to see. You will have to tune in next week to see just how doable that is, because we aren't going to have time to do that this evening. Let's just have a quick look in the sciencey buildings and see what of these we might want to unlock. We might want to unlock aviation. If we're doing a rescue mission, let's think. What might we need for a rescue mission? What's that? A solar particle collector. I don't think we're going to need one of those for a rescue mission. Heavy rocketry, maybe. We could look at the Poodle and use the larger engines that we unlocked here, the larger fuel tanks that we unlocked. That's not a bad idea. Gives us a better chance of actually getting back to the moon. I mean, look how long it took NASA. Don't need any of that. Can't unlock that yet. Miniaturization we don't need. The RCS would be nice. Gives us the lander can as well. The RCS and the SAS. What do we think? Do we want the RCS, SAS and the lander can to help the lander and return vehicle? Or do we want heavy rocketry to help the launch vehicle not waste as much Delta V, maybe? What do we think? Over to you guys in the chat. What do we think? What should we go for? Should we go for the heavy rocketry or the, what was it? Advanced flight control? Oh, see, landing. Oh, excuse me. Landing would be a good one as well. Oh, no. We don't need landing because we have got some landing legs. We don't have the big heat shield though. Okay, that's a negative point for the heavy rocketry one. Oh, mind you, we can still use the small. Yeah, we can still use the small pod for the return vehicle. Okay, yeah. So yeah, the more efficient the Poodle engine would be better for our transfer stage. And 350 vacuum, what does that have? 345. So yeah, the Poodle is slightly more efficient for the transfer stage, and I believe more powerful generally. Cuckoo. Hello, Electronic Craft. I'm not sure what cuckoo means, other than you might be suggesting that I've done something crazy that would be cuckoo. Feel free to elaborate. Worst case scenario, a manned mission could be used for recovery if the probe lacks control. Yeah. Yeah. I get where you're coming from. Okay, so yeah, so let's unlock the bigger engines and the life support supplies, the large life support supplies. We're going to do that. And the next one will be the mainsail and all that, like, yeah, but that's all once we've upgraded that. That leaves us with 77. I'm going to spend that 77 on the aviation just so that we've unlocked the basic spaceplane parts, the wings and things like that, in case we want to have a go. Oh, there's another jet engine there. Interesting. There's a small jet engine. In case we want to have a look at those in another stream. But yes, heavy rocketry gives us better launch and escape engines that we can use. So we will use those in next week's stream. We haven't unlocked any fairings, have we? No, we have got these interesting tanks that we can use though. Radial tanks as well. Radial fuel tanks is interesting. Liquid fuel and oxidizer in a radial tank. Good for landers. Very good for landers. But we've got these wide tanks. We've got these kind of quarter-sized tanks. We've got... yeah, there's a lot going on here. So next week we will be staging a rescue mission for William Kerman, who is currently stranded up on the Mooner surface. That's an interesting view. We're being offered a couple of interesting contracts here at the moment to do with mining and things, but there we go. Bit of a frustrating debris that I didn't really want to leave, but there we go. And there is our craft. No. Well, look, there it is. Boss 4 and Boss 4 debris. Oh, that'll be that solar panel that it's considering debris. So, yes, so that will be next week's stream. We will be... hey there, Thomas Harvey. I'm afraid you have just missed the large chunk of the stream. We are about to call it an evening. So, in next week's stream, we will be attempting to rescue William Kerman from the moon with the aid of some bigger engines and hopefully a more efficient craft, in the hope that Mr. Kerman, Mr. William Kerman, can be rescued from this crater and brought home. It's a bit of a long shot, but it will make for an interesting stream. So in the meantime, thank you for watching, everybody. If you've enjoyed watching this, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that you get notifications next time we go live or next time we upload our videos. You can also join the newsletter over at ellitopia.com for news as to when we do reviews of other independent games that we discover. You can also join our Steam group, which will give you event notifications as to when our streams will go live or when we're scheduling any special events. Speaking of special events, I am now deep into the planning stage of our special charity live stream, where we will be doing a real-time launch of a craft to the moon. A much better built and much more well-researched craft than the one we've just used, but the Ellitopia 1 has been built and is waiting for its opportunity to launch on our real-time mission to the moon. So make sure that you're subscribed so that you get notifications about that, and check out the Steam group, because that will be announced over at the Steam group Ellitopia Gaming when we are ready for that live stream too. So thank you for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I have been El Bristow. You've been watching Ellitopia Gaming. This has been KSP Live, and I will see you next time. See you later.